this is a reading for the Lion's Gate on the 8th of August, 2024. This is a really powerful time, and I bet you're kind of getting a little tired of hearing that because that has been said so much this year already. This is such a year for us as a collective to make some really dramatic changes in everything, and it's happening on a subtle level because like 2020 for example, that's a year where like everything kind of like happened in a very big way. Everything changed, everything was suddenly very very different. We were obviously going through some Pluto stuff there. This is like a lot of spiritual shifts, guys. Like there's so much collective energy on like an individual level. We are all starting to become more and more consciously aware of our collective consciousness. Like, so many people are waking up to the point where they're able to say and realize, I am actually the thing that is me inside of me is actually all that there is. I am this all illuminating light that has created everything. And I know that and I feel that. And maybe if you're watching these spiritual videos on YouTube, this seems like a bit more obvious to you, but even people who have never been exposed to this concept are starting to feel it. They're starting to have these thoughts. They're starting to have these realizations. I remember probably in 2017, I had my first moment of realizing the all connectedness of everything. I was like doing this practice where I would go out at night and there was a tree in my backyard. I had to be like 16 or 17 years old, and I would talk to this tree and I would just like spend time with it and feel its energy and try to understand the world and the universe as if I were a tree. And it was a very powerful time because in connecting with this being, I started to see and understand for the first time that without a shadow of a doubt, we are all one. We are all connected. We are all connected. Everything is connected like the vines of a tree, like the veins in your body, like lightning. Mm. Everything follows these same patterns of birth and death and rebirth, the seasons, the spring, the morning, everything. We are living in a microcosm of a macrocosm. And so, what does this all even mean? We can get so caught up in trying to rationalize and understand things with our human science and our need as human beings to want to learn more. But it's like the more you try to learn and rationalize everything, the more it escapes you. The more you realize that you could never understand it with your brain, but you can understand it with your soul. Mm, I love that. So, these are the first two cards that came out. This is for this time period right now around August, but you guys, this is also like for whenever you watch this. If you see this video and part of you is like, hey, I need to click on this video, there's something in there that I need to know, then go ahead, take it for whenever. Um, this card, we have the buffalo spirit. This is like the buffalo is big. It's like, you know, the vast universe that we can't understand. And it says the abundant universe will provide. And we have the sandpiper spirit. Be playful. This month with our sun being in Leo, it's about being playful. It's about being in this human experience on earth and not trying to make it so damn serious. Just, you know, yeah, we are like we're in a giant spinning rock that's headed towards question mark, and you know, you don't know all of the things that are going to happen in your life, so stop stressing out about it. Be playful. That's literally the most productive thing that you can do, because if you're like pursuing something right now and trying to be productive, but it's not happening and it's not going anywhere, you just keep forcing yourself, but you're not actually like moving. The message is to go where there's no resistance, because if you're going downstream, you're going to get a lot faster where you need to go than if you're like hitting up against a rock and you're waiting to like for the force that you're creating to break that rock in half, where you could just go down the stream. It's right there. So this is like a message of learning to work with ourselves. We are all have been or are learning to go with our own flow, especially if you're a woman. And there's been this messaging for the past while of like, okay, we need to bring our masculine sides to the front to protect ourselves. We need to work really hard. We need to be aggressive. Um, there's like also that like not even just soft. It's just like people think that femininity is soft, and it definitely can be, and nurturing and cuddly, but it can also be spontaneous and fun and flowing and creative. So like your power there, not just like for women, but like for embracing our feminine energy, is to tap into that creativity, to feel the ways that we could find a way around this instead of hammering through the rock. Yes. And in this, being playful about it, being joyous about it, so that we can actually like appreciate our time here. Because like when I look at this, we got the buffalo spirit. The buffalo is like this big animal, the big animal of like the entire universe. It has like all of this meat and flesh in it. Like I'm thinking of how the Native Americans would hunt buffalo, and when they would use every single part of the animal. There's so much abundance in it, and this card is all about abundance. And compared to the sandpiper, that's a tiny little bird. And when we come down to understanding, like, you're just this one small point of existence, you're just you right now, and you don't know everything, and that's okay. You don't have to. You can just have fun with it. You can look at all of the things that are in your life right now, even the things that you felt were like bad things or just like icked you out, and you're like, why is this happening to me, and that sort of stuff, like things that you don't and change your perspective on it. And I know that it sounds like not even, it sounds like kind of douchey to be like, hey, I know that you're going through a tough time right now, but just like change your perspective on it. But it's more like changing the perspective to be able to reclaim your own power. Instead of saying, this is happening to me, start saying, what can I do with this? How can I enjoy this as much as I possibly can? How can I, not even just how can I change my situation, but like always about changing, always about running away from it. And I mean, like, even in my life, like I'm not one to talk either, but this is the channeled message that is coming through. And this is like the ultimate truth. Like we know that this is the truth, but then actually taking it into practice is practice. And we have to keep on trying, and not even trying, I'm starting to not use that word, but like we have to keep doing it again and again and reminding ourselves that actually we do have control. This card says reclaim your power. We do have control, and we can allow ourselves the ability to see that we have autonomy in the situation. Instead of focusing on the things in life that we cannot control, we can focus on the things in life that we do have control over: our attitude, how we perceive things, what we do with our actions, how we treat people, what we surround ourselves with. And most importantly, underneath all of these like physical things, like what we're surrounding ourselves with, the people in our lives, things that we may or may not have varying degrees of control over, we always have control over our attitude. And so we want to have a playful attitude. We want to have a fun-loving attitude. We want to have an attitude where we're not taking this so seriously, where we're not trying to make this mean so much. Yeah. Remember that you, as we are actually collectively remembering that we inherently are the life force that is guiding this entire vehicle, manifestation becomes easier. That is all the messages I have for you today. Happy Lionsgate, or whenever you guys are watching this, and I will see you so soon. Bye.